Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna I just called the meeting to order. The time now is 4:04 p.m. Ryan, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Bernard Moran. Maria Friday.
Here.
Bosco Olson Sr. Paula Hill.
I'm here.
Jimboy Eugenio.
I'm here.
Renee Green.
I'm here.
William Nanning.
Yes. So we got 1, 2,
Hello?
3.
Yeah, we have 5 of 8. We have a quorum.
Hello?
Second call is has called in, so she was one of the APC members before.
Agnes?
So we do have a quorum.
Can anyone hear me?
I hear someone. Is this Agnes Carl?
Yeah, this is Agnes Carl.
Okay, I took your attendance, Agnes.
Okay, I'm here. I'll be here.
Okay, we got quorum. So back to the introductions of guests. Ryan.
I'm Ryan Cope, and I'm here to help with the APC. And I'll pass it off to Jamie.
Jamie Woolman, the principal of Hooper Bay Charter School.
Okay, so Ryan and Jamie's our
And,
guests. Welcome.
Dr. Cope, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm here. I'm here.
Very good. Welcome, Dale.
Mr. Chair, I think we've got a few other guests. If I may note, we have Terry Jo Anderson, and we've also got the Native Village of Hooper Bay, if they want to introduce themselves for the record.
Okay, Tribal Chief Edgar Tall.
And Tribal Administrator Jan Olson.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Welcome, everybody. So we'll go on to item number 4, approval of the agenda. So Ryan, would you read the agenda, please?
Hooper Bay Charter School Academic Policy Committee regular meeting scheduled for November 10th, 2022 at 4 p.m. Number 1, call to order. Number 2, roll call. Number 3, introduction of guests. Number 4, approval of agenda. Number 5, public comments. Number 6, reports. 6A, principal report, Jamie Woolman. 6B, Learning Point Alaska report, Dr. Dale Cope. Item 7, 7, approval of minutes. Item 7A, APC meeting minutes, September 8th, 2022. Item 8, unfinished business. Item 9, new business. 9A, APC election results and discussion. Item 10, adjournment.
Okay, so let's entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I move for the approval.
Okay.
I make a motion. This is Maria to approve the agenda.
Okay, motion by Maria Friday. Is there a second?
Second by Renee.
Okay, second.
Discussion? Question?
Okay, the question has been raised for approval. I'd like to add, maybe Dale, would you report on what you have learned on the state tribal demonstration project I invited our tribal council to attend so they could hear.
Can I do that under 6B
6B?
on the agenda?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we've added that, so they'll be part of that. Question has been called. All in favor of approving the agenda, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say the same sign. Motion carries. So we'll go on to item number 5, public comment. Hearing none, we'll go on to item number 6, reports, principal reports. Principal report, Jamie Woman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. One of the things that I sent in the packet were the AK Star. This was 21-22. If you guys have it there, kind of follow along a little bit. I'm going to start with the reading and the math, and then we'll go on to the science. So if you're looking at the top of this, it says that the median score of the charter school is 1559, and remember that, well, I'm sorry, the median is 1558. The mean is 1559. The median is if they stacked up all of the scores of the kids and they actually counted to the very center one, and they said, okay, this is the median. So that's how they come up with that. And if you remember from going to school, when they do a mean, they add up all the scores and then divide by the number of students they had testing. So we're just talking about the center of the data at this point. So the Hooper Bay Charter School median was 1558 and the district was 1556. So point wise, we're just significant. The significance is very, very little. So we're right on par with the district as far as our reading scores go. And if you look at our bar graph on that paper, what you do notice though, is that where the district has 91% of students that need help, that the charter school only has 90% of their students. So, doing just a little bit better as far as how our kids are doing in reading. So not significant yet. I'd love to come and tell you that it's absolutely a significant raise, but we're doing okay. And we all remember that we just came out of COVID, and that's not been easy either. We are making some inroads. We have 16 kids that have started tutoring, and they tutor with a tutor time for you, and they do that about an hour every day in the afternoon, and our tutors are online. And so these teachers, and they are certified teachers, are supplementing what the kids are getting in the classroom and giving them lessons right where they are. So hopefully that will mean that we'll have more kids that come out of that orange area, which is the needs support, and goes into that area of either approaching proficiency, or hopefully we'll get them to proficiency very, very soon. So that's the news on that. Now, I will say what doesn't show in this AR score or AR star that or AK star that does show in our MAP testing, which is our quarterly testing, is that our kids are growing really, really well. So that's significant to us. In the math area, we do not have a median or a mean score, and I'm really not sure why we didn't get one. The data that we did get is we really can't compare to anyone. However, I will tell you again that the MAP score, which is that quarterly or score that we get, we see a lot of growth in our students. So is there any questions on the math or the literacy? Okay, so let's move on to the science. It'll say Alaska Science Assessment at the top, and it'll say Science Assessment. And in this report, if you look at the first bars, what you find is that in the district, they have 89.2% of the students that need support. And we have 76.5% of our students that need support. So, you know, we have fewer students in that bottom rung. We have 5.9% of our students that are approaching proficiency in science. And the district has 7.3% of their kids that are approaching proficiency. But then we take off. So in the proficient range, we have 17.6% of our students that are proficient in science. And this is compared with the 3.3% that is in the district. And even though if you're looking at this, you'll see that we don't have any proficient students in that top realm, but that's a misnomer because we do have students in that top realm, but it doesn't show on the graph, which I find is interesting. So you can tell, if anything else, you can tell that we have concentrated on science and that our students are really picking up the things that we're teaching in class as far as how science works and the fundamentals of science. So are there any questions on any of that? Okay, so I just want to let you know we are still doing the dog trek, and the way that works is as you know, we have heard in the community there's a lot of issues with our dogs. We also know that dogs are very much Yupik culture, and there's that history and past with the dogs and how they work. And so what we have decided to do is talk about how they fit in the Yupik culture, but also do safety and health and a little bit of things that they may not understand about dogs. And the whole point is trying to make it a little safer for our kids when they walk home and they get met with a few dogs, and also to take care of their own dogs. So as you know, it's a Yupik value to take care of our animals, even the ones that we harvest. And so therefore the same is true of the ones that we keep for pets. So we've kind of focused on that. The younger kids have just finished a book on dogs, which is Because of Winn-Dixie, and the older kids did Call of the Wild. And so they've had some literature that is, you know, more fiction, but this week they're going to start on their magazine articles about actual science parts of taking care of dogs. And Bobby Joe has been here, and she is helping us attach the dog trek into the mathematics. And we're also having our the consortium, the Concord Consortium, who is helping us write curriculum. They're also inputting on the things that we're coming up with. And so the kids are going to experience math through the high interest idea of dogs. So we're excited about that, and the dogs and the kids are excited about that too. So that's where we are on that. Then I'm going to stop. Is there any questions?
Okay, we have the floor open for any questions or comments for on the principal's report.
So, Mr. Chair, this is Dale. Can I ask
Yes,
Jamie a question?
Yes, Dale, you have the floor.
So Jamie, I know that there's only been tutoring with tutor time 2 days now, but do you have any anecdotes or comments or stories from students about their experience so far? Have you heard anything from them?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we had a meeting today with our partners, and I have to say that ever since the kids actually got to take home the things to parents for them to sign, the kids have asked me every single day if they're having tutoring. And of course, you know, Monday we had weather, so we didn't get to be here. They got Tuesday, they got Wednesday, and of course we had to send them home today. But every single day, every kid that's in the tutoring program comes in, and the first thing they ask me, because I eat breakfast with them every morning, the first thing they do, they hit the threshold of the door and they go, "Are we having tutoring today?" So they're super excited about their tutors. They're having a fantastic time, which I think speaks volumes to our partners that they're helping us out. And I've seen a few shots, and I've seen them, you know, of course I'm in there a lot of times when they're with their tutors, and there's a lot of smiles and a lot of happiness. It's just super, super nice to see that our kids loving to learn and really striving to be there. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. They did show me today how they're going to demonstrate growth in our students. And I'm super excited to see how our students do over the next couple of weeks.
And do we still have a few students being tutored by Linda Mood Bell? They had wanted to feature the success of those students, didn't they?
Yeah. Our students have finished, but Linda Mood Bell, because our students made such massive gains in their learning, they would really like to feature our students in our school and our students. And as you know, those of you on the board, the 4 kids that worked all summer long coming to school for their tutoring, they did get their bicycles, and oh my gosh, they were so excited. And I really, really think that helped a lot of the other kids go, wow, you know, it's very important, and they feel very, very important that they get to do tutoring. And that's so amazing to me. So I'm super excited about that as well. And I think that we're looking into whether we can legally let Linda Mood Bell use us as a feature. And we'll give you more information on that when we come to that conclusion.
Jamie, I think we can participate in their media. We just
Okay.
need to be sure that we have consent, full
Yes.
consent.
Okay.
And if I can get the documents, I can run them up the legal chain.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'll reach
So
out to
maybe-
them. Yeah, I'll reach out to them and ask them, let's talk.
Yeah, and maybe Ryan can leverage his contacts there too to get their form,
Okay.
their agreement.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Do you have any more questions there, Dale, or?
I'm done.
Principal?
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
William.
very good. Thank you. I'd like to share with the board or the committee that the funding was applied for through funds that are available for the tribe, and this tutoring program that we have, or track that we have, helps with one of our objectives, and that is to develop an individual learning plan for each student. So the charter school is not just doing a mass instruction. We're keeping track of the student progress, and then we're also trying to fill in the strengths or where they need proficiency or where they need to grow through that through that tutoring program that we have in a charter school. So thank you, Dale, Ryan, and so I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the principal's report.
This is
I'm
Renee,
moving to that, Bernard.
and I'll
there's a-
second it.
there's- Seconded, all in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed, say the same sign. Well, motion carries. Thank you, Principal Woman. Now we'll go on to item number 6B, Dr. Cope.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to focus, this is Dale, and I would like to focus today on the meeting that William and Tara Jo and Ryan and I attended. It was a virtual meeting with the state. They, as you know, you've heard the word state tribal education compacting, or the shortened version of it, STEC, tossed around now for about a year. And our legislature passed a bill in the last session authorizing the Department of Ed, appropriating some money for them to look at to recruit a group of 5 different tribes or interested groups to make proposals to them about what state tribal schools would look like. This effort is not implementation yet. It is, so it's primarily to, if we apply for this, it's by application. And if we apply for it, what we would be doing is asking for a spot at the table. You would be asking for a spot for the Native Village of Hooper Bay, Sea Lion Corporation, and the Academic Policy Committee of Hooper Bay Charter School to together be at the table and talk about what you think tribal education should look like. I recommend that that you do put your name in the hat. Number one, you have most of the components of the application already described in the charter for the charter school. And as William said right before I spoke, the charter school, one of the tenets of the charter school is really focused, individualized instruction for every student to make sure that every single student gets an education. And I think that's an important piece to be part of and to bring forward. I think Hooper Bay Charter School has other strengths in the way that instruction is designed, the way that the community is involved, the nature of the APC, that all would inform this effort. So what, if you agree, then what needs to happen is the Native Village of Hooper Bay would need to agree that this is a good thing and issue a resolution. The Sea Lion Corporation would also need to agree that they are part of this effort. And then the APC would need to signal that, yes, they want to be one of these 5 groups considered to provide input. And that could be in the form of a resolution. It could be in the form of a motion at one of the APC meetings. The application to be considered as one of these 5 groups is due at the end of December. We have everything we need to write this. So we are in a really good spot because we've thought through all this already with the charter. And there's 2.5 years of operation of the school that we can point to. The state is going to try and get geographic representation in the groups that they select. That means likely there will be an application coming from the North Slope. There may be an application from Lower Kuskokwim School District based on their success with the APRIN school model, which may seem close in geography to Hooper Bay. I'm suspecting that the Knik tribe will also submit a proposal. So that would be from South Central. I suspect there will be a application from Fairbanks and at least one probably from Alaska or somewhere down in Southeast. Let's see, what else can I say? The 5 entities or tribes that are selected to be part of this conversation will each get a budget of $100,000, which isn't a lot, but it's not intended to operationalize a school. It's intended to offset the costs of having people at the table to prepare this report and make your interests known to the legislature. The timeline for when they begin their work, they'll begin their work, I think, in March, and they'll be done with it and have a report ready for the legislature within about 6 or 8 months. And then the legislature will consider what they do after that and how much money they might put toward tribal schools. So to me, that's when the really exciting part begins. William, I'm not sure, did I fully cover the subject?
Yes, thank you, Dale. Yeah, for everyone's information, when we joined the state of Alaska when they had a teleconference or a meeting regarding this new program that state is initiating, there's no application that's required to fill. It requires interested bodies from around the state to submit a paper, and I agree with Dale that with our several years of operations, I think we do have some things that we have learned, things that we want to help grow through the charter school. And I would like to share that with charter school, every student is important. And we show that by last year, I believe the charter school was the only place where they conducted about 18 assessments throughout the year. And then, the fundings that we applied for to hold the summer tutoring school. But if any community or a region is going to be making any improvement, this is putting the rubber to the pavement sort of work, and it starts with our students. So we would like like a unanimous support to submit this an interest to take part in the demonstration project, or get Hooper Bay or region on that table. So thank you, Dale. Do you have any questions from APC to Dale? I open up the floor for any questions or comments for Dale.
If Mr. Chair,
yes.
I mean, this if I could just say, this is a lot to absorb right now. Really, your timeline is short to get a resolution, or like William said, a motion supporting this, and also a resolution if the tribe is willing to support it. It is actually an application, but I don't want to make it sound daunting, because you have a lot going for you in turning it in, and I think we can do it very, very well. Hooper Bay Charter School, I think, is a model that should be considered for replication. So, and I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of all of you. So I would really like to see Hooper Bay have a seat at the table.
And
Yes. So that's the reason why we invited the tribe here, so they would listen in on this. Yeah, I meant to say there wasn't an actual form that you fill out application, but it's something that we need to put together.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
could I also add, my impression from that meeting was that, they said there would be five awards made, right? So there's $500,000 they put towards this. Each award is $100,000. The money isn't intended, like was noted here, that it's not intended necessarily to run a program so much just to support, the application process. And really, this is a one-time grant. And so it's like a golden ticket. It gets you that seat at the table, like Willie said. And Dr. Cope, where you guys are one of the 5 tribal schools that gets to go down this pathway. And just to give another vote of confidence, I've seen you guys working on this project for the last 5 years. And I'd say that with all the effort and all of the development that you've put into this project so far, you probably are one of the most competitive applicants to go through this process. So best of luck, and I hope you go all the way.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. So for our chief and our tribal administrators' information, this is where our village will have a real say in our local education of our youth in the village. So that's
Mr. Chair? Mr.
Yes.
Chair, this is Jamie.
Yes,
So I want to add into why I think that our model is very, very strong. We have developed a process where we invite elders and community members into our planning meetings, and we actually take what is said to us and we actually create our curriculum around what people have to say about the trek. For example, Bosco came in, who was a musher here in Hooper Bay, and he actually spoke to the teachers and the aides about his experiences mushing, and he gave us the Yupik way that he handled animals, and how he was able to race. And he will also come back into the classroom hopefully next week and speak with the students so that they can understand more about that process. We had a ocean trek, and we invited quite a few. We had quite a few people that were fantastic at giving us guidance, and we write down everything that they say, all the stories they can tell us, and we actually use that information to create our curriculum. This is unique to the state because I have spoken to other charter schools and other schools in general, and they have wanted the way we do this. So I feel like that this is one of those places where our model is probably, well, it is super strong in getting the voice of the community into the classroom. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you, Jamie. So we'll start including the tribal council in our conversation here and what we'd like from them. But right now, for everyone's information, all the people that oversees us or governs, even though we're autonomous, we autonomously run the school here. It's still considered an optional, and as the way the laws of the state laws are with charter schools. And our goal is that if we bring the tribe in, the charter school will no longer be labeled optional. So that okay, I think we have enough. Thank you, Dale. Thank you for your report.
Mr. Chair, you're welcome.
Yes. Yeah, Koyana. I'd like to entertain a motion to accept Dr. Cope's report.
I make a motion.
Motion by Maria Friday.
I second.
Seconded by Renee Green. Okay. So there has been a motion, there's been a seconded. All in favor? Do you have any discussions? Question has been called. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say the same sign. Well, motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Cope. We're going on to item number 7, approval of meeting minutes.
Mr. Nanning?
Yes.
Chairman William, at some point, I don't know if you want to do it now or add it under other business, but you may want to consider having a motion at this meeting to support the submission of the TREC, or excuse me, the STEC proposal, because well, you will have one other meeting. You'll have a meeting in December, but you won't have another option after that. You need to get a quorum at that meeting if you're going to wait then to get a motion.
So maybe one expect we could I think before we move on, as part of the approval of the accepting and approving the Dr. Cope's report, we could I'd like to if APC members or the tribe would like us to make a motion to go forward with submitting an application for demonstration project.
This is Maria. I'm in part of that support for the resolution that should be made for the application that is supposed to be applied for the school. And since Chief and Jen are over there, before I make that approval, I would like to discuss that we were looking, or I've been asking or bringing up the evacuation building with 55 office spaces that would be available, coming from the chairman before. And we're still interested in that because if charter school does not have a place for school we would have them use that evacuation building for their place to for education. And I also strongly believe that if anything like this disaster comes again, it could that building should be able to house in about 55 families in that evacuation building. I'm still in support of that, and I believe the chief is interested in that too. But we need to work with the architects to see if they can make a building for those for the people of Hooper Bay. So I would really appreciate the comments or questions from the chief or the tribal administrator. I'm in support for the resolutions that would be made in the future for our children. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, this is Tribal Chief Victor Tull.
Yes,
We,
yes.
we as the Tribal Council would be happily to support all of this for our children in the future of it.
Okay, so we'll take that as an official report. So, Dr. Cope, you have, I guess, a motion and also support, official report, support from the tribe.
I think that's awesome.
Oyana,
Oyana.
yes. Okay. Approve of the report.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Thank you, everyone. I will go on to item number 7 now. With approval of the meeting minutes. Item 7A, September 8th, 2022. Ryan, would you read the last meeting minutes?
Okay, meeting, Hooper Bay Charter School Academic Policy Committee meeting minutes from the regular meeting, September 8th, 2022 at 4 p.m. There was item 1, call to order. Number 2, roll call. Number 3, introduction of guests. Number 4, approval of agenda. 4A, motion to approve agenda. Motion made, Bosco Olson. Seconded, Maria Friday, approval unanimous. Item 5, public comments. Item 6, reports. 6A, principal report, Principal Woolman. Motion made to approve by Maria Friday, seconded by Bosco Olson Sr. Approval unanimous. Item 6B, Learning Point Alaska report, Dr. Dale Cope. Motion to accept report made by Bosco Olson Sr., seconded by Maria Friday. Approval unanimous. Item 7, approval of minutes. 7A, motion to approve meeting minutes, August 11th, 2022. Motion made, Bosco Olson Sr., seconded, Maria Friday, passed unanimous. Item 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 9A, APC Elections Committee discussion, no action taken. Item 10, adjournment, motion to adjourn meeting, motion made by Bosco Olson Sr., seconded, Maria Friday, passed unanimous.
Okay, so I'd like to entertain a motion to approve September 8th, 2022.
Make a motion to accept the meeting minutes of September 8th, 2022.
Motion by Maria Friday. Is there a second?
I
Second.
second Bernard.
Okay, seconded by Bernard. Do we have any discussions? Question has been called. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed say to not approve the September 8th, 2022 sign? Hearing none, the meeting minutes for September 8th, 2022 has been approved. So we'll go on to item number 8. Ryan, do we have any unfinished business? Or
No, there is no unfinished business today.
okay, we'll go on to item number 9, new business. APC elections results and discussion. So Ryan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to follow up with the election and election results from September, since we kind of ended up, after the storm, and then the October meeting, we had postponed until today. So at the time of the elections, there actually were no new names submitted for the APC. So there hadn't been any new names submitted to have an election. My recommendation to the APC today, since we have 8 members in presence today, which tells me that we may only have 1 seat vacant. I might recommend that we go through the election process again, if that's the wish of the APC, and then we can go out and post the vacancy again and hold another election to fill the vacant seat at, of course, the discretion of the APC. If this is something that you would still like to do, the alternative is we can just wait until next year. And then, when the cycle comes back around next year, have the election again.
Okay, so what's the desire of the APC members?
But is it possible, Mr. Chairman? Is it possible to throw in a name any time or any day of this for the board of directors on this one? Or would it be in the desires of the committee members right now to wait until next October?
Okay.
Yep, that's right. That's a good way to put it.
I think it would be wise if we put an election for another tribal member to become a part of this committee, because from what it sounds like with the previous meetings, there is always having to be more support from the tribe. So I think it would be nice if we look into electing a tribal member to become a committee.
Okay, that's that's an advisement. We'll take that as an advisement. But I think, to me, the rules of charter school is that we're looking for a parent to be part of the academic policy committee. The idea would be to involve or get a parent, and I think that's the charter school rules. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the way I understand it.
That's correct. Our vacancy right now would be for another parent.
Okay, thank you. So we'll keep it open. We'll discuss this in our next meeting. Okay, we'll continue the discussion and make a decision on the next meeting. Thank you, Ryan. We'll go on to item number 10. Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion, for adjournment.
Renee makes a motion.
All right, there's a motion by Renee, seconded by Maria. Any discussions or question has been called? All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed, say the same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, everybody.